Ladies and gentlemen, this day hike is going to turn into a night hike. Time on is going to be 13:48 hours, Wawayanda State Park. Conditions are cloudy, 45 degrees, and wet, muddy. How does it look? Let's look at it. Let's look at it with the camera because Jill doesn't want to carry your water.
Listen, you can't hate me.
What we're doing is I actually hiked this path last night. We did a night hike along this path. We're going a little bit further today, but I wanted to come back here because it rained last night, and this place is known for Bigfoot tracks. So we're here looking for tracks, basically.
So Mike, so we just had a car pass us.
And another one coming.
And one coming. Do tire tracks hinder?
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, you can't stop the traffic going around, but if there is a track, it'll definitely destroy it. In fact, that happened a couple times where I've had a good print and the car run halfway through it. But we're going to get to a gate that cars can't get through in a little bit. So that's going to be our savior, I think, to find some tracks on this trip.
Say it again.
I kind of hope we find a track so we don't have to walk too far.
How far in did you want to find a track?
Like here would be nice. I don't know if I should say this on camera or not, but I'm having chest pain. I really hope we find something today. So we came across these prints. They might be coyotes from last night, but you can see they're pretty large by comparison. Pretty cool.
Well, look right behind it too.
Oh yeah, there's another little white one, yep. Very cool.
It's nice that the tire tracks.
Yeah, they're on top of the tire tracks.
Yeah. Oh.
Sketchy footing, sketchy footing. Here's a question that was posed last night during our night hike. Where do the frogs go during winter?
Where do the frogs go during winter?
That's the $1,000,000 question.
No risk, no reward.
All right, fair enough.
It's not like I'm wearing sneakers again.
Yeah. So it looks like today there's been a ATV and a dirt bike that have been through here so far. I don't see any other tracks except ours from last night and the ones that we saw last night. So that's good. And it is muddy.
Ow! That's a prick of bush.
I'm bleeding my own blood.
What are you doing?
I'm bleeding.
Why?
I got a picker bush. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it first. This is one of my first ever injuries on a day hike. ever. You saw it first here on In the Shadow of Big Red Eye. So that was the hardest part of the hike, and then going up this thing is the hardest part. And then that's it for hard parts. Okay, this is where we're going to find the tracks if we see any. This is the Bigfoot hotspot highway crossing gas line right here. And we're doing a good search of the area. Good hasty search of the task. Jill's admiring the beauty, which it is absolutely beautiful.
But I'm going into our Instagram account and posting.
Oh yeah, do it
Nice
for sure.
view that I just took.
Nice. Jill is our Instagram extraordinaire. She helps out with that. So if any of you ladies try to slide into my DMs, it's not me. Just to let you know, you're being catfished. See you on the show. So this is, I was here last year, and I'll play the clip now, is where a tree got pushed over. And it was right over that direction, right directly across the gas line. Like I said, we were here last night and we didn't get any activity. I'm pretty sure someone snagged this trail camera up here. It wasn't hidden well enough. And it's been out here longer than I thought. Like 2 seconds ago, literally just crashed right there. Got it on my voice recorder. Timestamp is 10:59 hours.
So what is something that a coyote eats? We always talk about like what Bigfoot eat and stuff like that, but we tend to hear coyotes on our night hikes.
Coyotes eat little rodents like mice, rats, bunnies,
Squirrels,
chipmunks, that kind of stuff. So they'll stalk their prey, and then they'll all yip and whatever when they get a kill. That's when you usually hear them get a kill. If you don't solicit a response, if you don't make a vocalization, you just hear them randomly. That means they probably got a kill.
Good to know. With the brush being like bent over and stuff in the middle, what do you think that could be from?
A lot of times deer will bed down in this stuff. What do you mean, like bent over in the middle, like all like fluffed down?
See how like this is like
Yeah.
like pushed over, like that, but it's more in the middle of the field.
If it's not obvious, it's probably wind, because these things are really not strong. So a little bit of wind will do it, but otherwise probably deer or even like smaller animals. Like you could tell something's been
In here, right?
out in there and went in there a little bit. We are on Rattlesnake Trail. I would do a vocalization, but the gun range is kind of
Very loud today, yeah.
Once we get down to the lake, though, should be able to. I've never been to this lake before, so I'm excited.
Says the kid who doesn't know how to swim or doesn't like water.
I like looking at lakes. Looking at lakes is good. gonna do on Cal Topo is mark that we made a Bigfoot howl at this location.
I'm trying not to show all of the information on
Oh,
Caltopo.
that's okay. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's okay because we're.
It's not live.
It's not
now.
live.
It's not going to be live. So we did a Bigfoot howl, and then what I'm going to do is add another element, and that's a polygon, and I'm going to draw the direction that I did the howl in. So I did a howl that way. That's going to show up on our map back at home. It's exactly how we know where we did a howl. How cool is that?
Because he shared the hike with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I have my own Caltopo app. It shows that he marked that on the app.
Bigfoot howl and the direction. Can you zoom in and just show it? How cool is that? Oh, that's awesome. Whoops. My camera is falling apart.
I didn't do it this time.
No, it was me. The one time I hold the camera, it comes apart.
So, Mike, what'd you do?
I just found a shortcut.
And what was that?
I just took off about 50, 60 feet of trail by going right here. You can go around if you'd like. Or take the short way, the 10-step way. Ladies and gentlemen, this day hike is going to turn into a night hike. We have successfully completed Rattlesnake Trail, baby. Nice.
Let's let the people know. So, like, this one is green, and the rattlesnake one was red. Do the colors
Colors mean a different trail.
just a different trail? There's not a difficulty level associated with them, or
Nope, not generally. No, some state parks do have them designated, but they'll let you know in the legend and stuff like that in the map. But generally speaking, there's just too many trails to have difficulty levels, so they're just random colors. That's a good question.
cool. So now here's a question, right? We went from rattlesnake that was red.
Don't ask it, because I don't know. I don't know why we had two greens in a row. There shouldn't be two greens in a row. Doesn't make sense. I get it.
But in everybody, there's pickle trail.
This is something. It's kind of twisted at the top. Gold, if anything. It looks cool.
I go in there to get a close up of it.
I think it might be a little tall for a Bigfoot.
Like the trees around us, obviously you have the pine trees and stuff like that, but like this tree.
Yeah, mountain laurel. They stay green all year round.
So they're kind of like an evergreen.
They're a bush that stays green all year round.
How cool is that? Are they native to?
No, they're invasive. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that they are invasive from Japan or China or Asia.
So we found another like open foundation. However, this one is super deep. I'm not really comfortable with going over there too far. But let's see.
You're good. It's only a YouTube show.
I know, but it's kind of cool. It almost looks like it could be like, you know, in like the cartoons where they like do traps and they like lay stuff over it.
Yeah. Right.
It's orangey color. Oh yeah, look over there. Kind of see it like behind the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
The orange glowing through.
Sunset in Wawayanda.
Woohoo!
Overlook
Lake is this?
Lake Lookout. Mm-hmm. Lake Lookout. I want to give a little whoop over the lake. See if anything's He's listening. Woo! You hear that? Tree breaking. I think I just heard a tree break. Woo! We have successfully completed the Pickle Trail.
Woohoo!
It is time to headlamp up for the evening. It's getting a little dark out, so for safety reasons, we are headlamping up. We are about 0.4 miles away from the next trailhead, and then another 0.3 miles away from the next trailhead, then another 0.3 miles away from our vehicle. So we're getting there.
Fully believe in, right? Do you believe in like ghosts and
I think there's a possibility.
aliens and stuff like that, or
I think there's definitely a possibility. I don't know enough about it to. I haven't researched it enough to make an opinion either way.
gotcha.
Yeah. It is time to turn the night vision infrared on. It's getting a little chilly. Ow. Well, we didn't find anything in the way of Bigfoot evidence this trip, no footprints or anything like that, but it was a good trip. You can go ahead. I can't see. It was a good trip nonetheless. Persistence in this case pays off. Coming to an area 2 days in a row might seem counterproductive to some, but to others, that's where you have to be. And this trip was a good example of that. So, signing off, we're in the shadow of Big Red Eye. Have a good night.